Okay.
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 We recording?
No.
Get your VCRs ready. Get your
Not yet.
VCRs ready.
Got to play this out though. Big John Daly. What a wanker. How do you turn that off? Right. Now we're recording.
We are live.
It's great to have you with us. From Memphis, Tennessee. Get your VCRs ready. Get your VCRs ready.
Make it squeal like a pig, Johnny, squeal like a pig.
Big John Daly.
G'day everyone. Welcome back. It's PLP. Welcome to the PLP podcast, the home of good golf and better chat. I'm not your usual host. We're substitute teachers tonight. Our number one teacher is down south of the border. Had to take a car down to New South Wales or something. But I do have Mitty D. So for those that don't know, I'm Kingy. And Mitty D's here. So it's just the two of us. How are you, Mitty?
I'm going very, very well, Adam. How are you?
Fuck, you're doing a bit better than my intro, but
We got there.
we did eventually. It's been a battle. We've got to press record at the start. We got fucking shit going left, right, and centre, but we'll do our best.
We're going to do our best.
We're
We're
gonna-
going to have a fat time doing it.
We're going to have a fat time, whether it's our best or not. All right. So we're down a few soldiers. Sim Woo's taking the week off. He usually does every second. Ushy's probably on a 400k cycle or something at the moment, I think. Fasty, don't know.
He's been busy with wedding
Oh,
shenanigans.
and he's had visitors here
his
as well.
Parents went back maybe Monday.
All right.
So, yeah, he's had a bit on.
Some pretty good excuses there.
Pretty good excuse.
Yeah, and Big Reese, he had to drive a car down south. He did a little segue, a little detour via Parks Golf Course. For those that are following on the socials, you would have seen a couple little clips down there. So he did want us to throw a little shout out to the jockey Milkshake himself for getting around, playing a few holes. Did you speak to the boys afterwards? Or
I did. They were supposed to go to the pub for tea, and Reese was a bit knocked up after a big drive. So I think he went back to his hotel room and had a bit of a kip. But Zach was doing some people watching apparently at the pub by himself because Mads is back in. I think she's back in Mudgee helping her parents with their business.
okay. So he was solid. He was ready to fire up for boys' night.
He was batching, yeah.
Yeah, big old Reese dog. I don't think after 9.5 hours in the car, and then I think he had a bit more to do the next today, actually. So, it was probably a wise decision by him not to go out and get caught up in the Chocky Milkshake tsunami that would have been a single bachelor.
Yes. No, that would be a very slippery slope.
Indeed. So, what's going on? How you been, mate? We've got some news. We always talk about the top about who's been playing golf. We knew you played golf. Are we happy to have a chat about how golf was yesterday?
Yeah, golf had yesterday.
For those that don't remember and aren't regulars that tune in, you had the Club Pro qualifier, is it?
Yeah. So it was the PGA Club Professional Qualifier. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's for the Southeast Queensland kind of contingent. So we had 80-odd players for 15 spots. So if you qualified in the top 15, you actually qualify for the national final, which is played down at the Heritage in Victoria there.
Yeah, cool.
Which is actually this year has been increased to $100,000 purse. So it's quite a big event.
Wow.
Yeah.
From what? What's it usually?
I think it was like 50 or something last year. So it's almost doubled.
Shit.
I think it either has doubled or it was 70 or something like that. So
Yeah,
it's a
pretty
big
decent,
jump.
decent jump. So it attracts a fair few club professionals, obviously, to come down and have a bit of a run at it.
There is, yeah. So there was quite a few interstate guys playing as well. So I know there was a few from New South Wales, and yeah, there's some guys that are quite good players who have played pro-ams and whatnot. So it is trying to be designed for the guys who kind of roll out of the pro shop and want to go and shoot 80, like someone I know.
With a purse as big as it is, potentially getting down there and having a knock at 100,000, you're inevitably going to get people
Correct.
who, don't get out to play pro-ams and don't get out to play every second week at that top level, though. So,
Yeah.
80.
Yeah, 80 are the best, mate.
Right. Just a hard, tough day out? Well, is there a specific reason? Did you just have enough by the end of it?
And the thing is Sammy So I had a really good group. I played with Sammy Eves, and
Who ended up winning it, yeah?
he did.
Did he
yeah.
shoot 6?
He shot 8.
8?
Yeah.
8 under.
So he is player X. So we won't be able to use this as a clip because he was having a sickie.
Right.
So yeah, we won't be able to use this as a clip. So if
Having a sickie from selling houses.
yes,
Right.
so yeah, he was very.
It's a pretty lucrative sick day, isn't it?
He's done all right for himself.
Oh,
But yeah,
we
he made
won't
it
put this
look
on socials, but if you're listening and you hear this on the potty or on YouTube as well, then yeah, just don't call Sam's boss, please.
Yeah, don't do that. But no, he made it look really easy. Very easy. Almost had a couple of hole-in-ones, and he could have had 10, 11, 12. Like, it was really silly how easy he made it look. And yeah, I was the complete opposite. I made it look really hard. So
Golf is hard, so
Yeah.
I don't think you have to try too hard to make it look hard.
no, it was just, yeah, not sharp enough at the moment, not playing enough. Yeah, it's at the end of the day, I was chatting to Zach earlier, and he was like, oh, so talk me through it. What happened? And I was like, missed some greens from where I shouldn't have. Like, I had 130 meters on a par, like a long par 4, and missed the green by like 25 meters right.
Yep.
And that's just not good enough. And then you don't
Can't
get
do
it
that
up
to
and down.
compete, yeah.
And then, yeah, a couple misses, short misses, and then you hit 4 or 5 lips and all this kind of stuff. It adds up pretty quick. So, yeah, it was tough. And then bit of a brain fart. Just went up smashed a drive up the 15th hole, and then hit 8-iron from like 140 to like 12 feet. And I was like, oh, this is good. I was only 2 over at this stage. And missed my 12-footer like just short. And I was kind of like about to step on everyone's line. I was like, I'll just get this out of everyone's road. And I went up and like half like not side saddled, but like just tried to get it out of the road, and kind of got caught up and missed it. And I was like,
Oh, no.
so yeah, just laughed, and I was like, oh yeah, cool. So the running joke for the rest of the day was, I'm going to go and tap this in properly because I
Set the tone early.
yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it was
Well,
one of
we've
those days.
Yeah, we've definitely had those rounds, no doubt. I had one of those rounds today. I think I ended up 14 or something over in the end after missing a couple of simple ones, and then obviously not playing at the same level as what you guys did yesterday down there, and the course. I'm assuming they set it up pretty tough for you as well down there at Nudgee.
Yeah, so on the Monday, played with Ben, and he went into the shop and he was asking, oh, what are they going to do, like setup wise? And they said, oh, we'll put you like on the back of the greens, which is one up from the backs. And they had a heap that were on the backs. Like, it was playing long. The greens were bloody quick. It was a test.
Yeah,
it was
good.
a test.
Oh.
So and it should be.
Yeah,
So.
and you wouldn't expect it to be anything less than. So you said Sholly was down there as well. How did he fare? Did he battle as well?
He battled away. He might have had 1 or 2 better than me. Andrew was down there also. He had a couple worse than me. And Brenton, yeah, he got through. So he had 1 or 2 under and got through the top 15. So
Hell yeah! There's
Yeah.
a button here to press. Yoo! I'm going to turn that off now.
So-
Awesome.
yeah, he was really and shout out to Brenton, because he couldn't care if he qualified or not. Like, he said to me via text afterwards, he's like, mate, as soon as I finished, I was looking for your name because I wanted to see up the top because he wanted me to qualify. So shout out to him. He's really good. So yeah.
Big shout out to Bintong. We're all fans of Bintong. We got out on Saturday afternoon, so talking about playing golf. We'll kick back to Saturday. You, me, and Reese were penciled in with Blowy himself,
Yeah.
the blowfish, to go for a round. However, got a little bit moist and a little bit electrified. So the field kind of got slowed up. We decided to have a couple of skewies. And then when they opened the course up, we thought, hey, I reckon we could slip 9 holes in. So out we went, had a little hit, a little bit of a giggle. And now old Bintong jumped in as well.
He did.
He brought along a nice little 6-pack of black rats, and that kind of fired us up. We had a nice little social smack around. It was a bit of fun, bit of laugh.
It was good. Yeah, it was wet.
It was moist. It was very moist, and I think, as you said, when we finished up on the 7th, we finished on the 9th, and we thought, yeah, no, that's probably it. As the greens started to get rooster tails, for 3-foot putts, that there's a bit of moisture kicking around.
Yeah. No, and it was good to get out. And yeah, like, the thing is I was actually hitting the ball pretty good on Saturday. Like, I actually thought I wasn't going too bad. And
I was going to say the same thing, actually. That's why I led into that. So
yeah,
but in the same breath, I thought I was hitting it pretty well and then went and shot 14 over today. So
it's golf.
how good's golf? I love golf. I do actually get a little bit of a hiatus now. I'll have a week off because Reese and I are off to Masters. So we've got Masters softball tournament this weekend. So we'll take the weekend off. And I did bring the lab putter home to put some work in at home on the practice putting mat. So the lab wasn't behaving very well. I think I had 30. Actually, I had a lot of putts today.
I haven't counted mine from yesterday.
You haven't?
No, because it was a lot.
I have counted, and I don't want to say it on. I 3-putted the last to shoot. Yeah, to putt 37 putts. Oof. Yeah. Anywho, so moving on.
Before we move on from Nudgy.
Sorry.
I just want to give a shout out to Dad. He come out and watched a couple.
Oh, did he?
I did send him a text and said, geez, I hope you haven't left work yet. And that was about my 11th or 12th hole. And he said, I'm looking for you. And I was like, oh, awesome.
Turn around at that air.
So I think I had 2 doubles. Yeah, 2 doubles. And then he found me on the 7th hole, which is a par 5. So our finishing stretch was par 5 5th, par 3 6th, and then par 5, par 3, par 5 to finish.
Oh.
So if you could get hot, you could make a bit of a run coming in.
Right at the end there, yeah.
So, proceeded to hit one in the water, hit it out of the water on the 6th. Sammy talked me into that. And then, Dad picked us up on the 7th and hit a tee shot just down the right and then had like 190 to a front flag and hit 4-iron, just had eyes for the pin and rolled it up to like 6-7 feet. Oh. And I was like, as Dad was walking 150 down the fairway, I was like, muttering to myself, where the hell were you 14 holes ago?
Yeah, you could have showed up 2.5 hours ago.
And then proceed to roll the putt in for eagle.
Oh,
and
nice.
I turned straight to him and said, where the F were you 14 holes ago? And then proceeded to bogey the next. So
yeah, right. Well, it didn't mean much. A bit of daddy Dunbar luck. I do like that.
It was good. Yeah.
I did manage to get out on Sunday as well. So we braved the wind. I had all my Sunday sport cancelled because of the rain the night before. So I managed to slip out with Sim Woo. Brody was there and Dunny as well. I haven't played with Dunny for a while. Actually, speaking of eagles, rolled in my first eagle with a lab putt on the 17th. Once again, it was a bit late, little bit too late. It was the second last hole, obviously, but a nice little 4-pointer there, and then just missed the birdie putt on 18. I think ended up, a lot. I don't know, maybe 4 over or something in the end, but yeah, not too bad.
You got a ball in the rundown.
I did get a ball in the rundown, yeah. Actually, me and Dunny both got 32, and I was playing off 1, so what's that, 4, 5? 3. Carry the 2. Yep, I don't know. Anyway, so not too bad. Yeah. Moving on. Right, let's talk some golf. Actually, anything else you want to have a yarn about?
No, it's good. Yeah, 3M Open.
Yeah, 3M Open. How much of it did you watch?
About the last 2 holes.
Yeah, I tried to watch a little bit of it on Sunday morning before we went out for golf, and then Saturday morning as well. It's not a great deal of big names there to kind of rope you in. So we had it playing in the clinic in here on the Monday as well. Old Kurt Kitayama kind of ran away with it in the end, and then pulled on the brakes a little bit. He had a little sneaky bogey on the 16th, I think it was, but managed to get the dub.
Yeah, I think he had like 29 or 30 on the front 9
in
that final round.
They were on sub 60 watch at one point there, and then kind of just pulled the brakes on, tried to coast home, and then
did what he had to do.
Yeah, made it a little bit exciting on the way back in. Old Jackie Knapp was faring pretty well. I think he had made a little push at the end there as well, didn't he? But
he did, and then he bogeyed the 18th, and then Sam Stevens almost chipped in for birdie on the 18th. He was playing with Jake Knapp. So he almost chipped in for birdie, which would have tied him with Kitayama, and then Kitayama would have had to have birdied. And then, missed his chip. Then Kitayama just blew it way past the flag, like long of the green, and then onto the downslope. And everyone was like, oh, because there's water, short right,
lots of
which
water.
is behind the flag for Kitayama's 3rd shot. The commentators are going, oh, I don't know about this. And then there must have been a player who was like, guys, you have no idea. This isn't that hard.
This is bread and butter.
He's just got to flum it out of the bunker and it's going to run down to the hole. And it did that. He flummed it out, had like a 15-footer and 2-putted and collected his $1.5 million check. So
second win for the season, I think I heard people say as well.
I think it's his second PGA Tour win.
Oh, total.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he won last year or the year before.
Yeah,
he might
roger
have
that.
beat. I think he won held off Rory for an event.
Okay, well, that's one that we can forget.
But yeah, it's only his second event that he's won, so it's kind of validating for him, I would say.
Gets him into the top 100 for his full exemption then as well, I think.
I think it moved him up to like 50 odd, so he's inside.
So he's locked in for next year.
He's locked in for next year, but he's also, if he has another good week in the first week of the playoffs, he could move inside the top 50, which gets him, another chance to move into the top 30, I guess. So a couple of good weeks.
Some starts in signature events next season
exactly
and whatnot
right.
as well.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. Any other highlights from the 3M Open? It was. I know we're kind of gearing up into the playoffs, but without the big boys there, it's kind of meh.
The only one that I saw was Patton Kazaya making birdie after bouncing it off the floating logo.
Yeah, lily pad. How good.
So they then moved.
They relocated it.
Yeah, after that.
Pulled it out deeper into the water.
Yeah.
I don't think he was intentionally aiming for it to skip it off there, was
I
he?
don't think so. But it's good that he made birdie. That's pretty cool.
It's a tricky little so that 18th big par 5, and there's a lot of water on the front, and the water just kind of extends the further around the green goes. And when they set that pin up on that back right, you kind of expect a few more birdies on a par 5, especially a finishing hole, but there weren't that many, not that I saw, because of that danger of the water there. And we saw a lot kind of, flow and flummet and kind of schmorf it off to the right and either just miss it short. I saw Maxi Homer, I think Ricky Fowler did it round 3 as well. It's close enough, but they're hitting like 3 wood into it, aren't they? Like it's not like a short iron.
I think, I know in that final round it was blowing straight down fan. So I think Kitayama only hit 5 iron in.
Yep.
But he was playing with Takumi Kanaya or something like that, and he hit a fairway wood in, and he just blew it like straight into the grandstands.
Yep.
Like it was not even
just using it as a backstop.
The green wasn't even in question for him. He was like, I'm gonna just
Get
smash it over the back.
Yeah, get my free relief.
Get my drop, and I'm chipping back into the breeze, and I'll make birdie.
Yep.
Like I don't agree with that because it's like the safety of the fans, obviously. But like if you and I go and play, like let's say 17's downwind, we can't just blow it into the grandstands behind it and go, okay, I'm going to chip up from here.
And she ends up in Withcott or bouncing down Road
exactly
Street.
right. I'm going to bounce it straight over Flagstone Creek Road. So
straight down into Cookie's yard.
So it's I don't agree on like the temporary immovable obstruction, which is like your grandstands and stuff. Like to me, if you hit it there, it's play it as a hazard or it's a penalty. So
you mentioned the top 40, top 70 earlier. Have you got a bit of a list of who's in there at the moment? You want to bring that up? We'll have a quick yarn about that now. That
I do.
Obviously that's going to play a pretty decent part in our picks and whatnot, and for what's coming up in the preview. But since we mentioned it, is that something that we can tap into right now?
Yeah, there's a couple of guys who are kind of on the outside looking in. So we mentioned Maxi Homer there just before. So he's sitting outside the top 100. I think he's like 101st. So even with a win, he's not going to be able to move inside the top 70. Okay. So he's kind of done this year.
Done for the FedEx playoffs.
Done for the playoffs.
Didn't you say the top 100 get their card again for next year? Is that right?
I don't know with Maxi. I think he might have.
He'll get some exemptions.
He's already got exemption. I don't know if it's 2 year because he must have won last year or the year before. So he was probably still good. But Adam Scott, so he's 85th at the moment. So he needs a 2-way tie for 3rd to move into the top 70.
Okay, to make it. And it would have been a while since he hasn't played in the playoffs.
I think if he misses the playoffs, it's the first time in his career.
Yeah, wow.
Since 2008 or whenever the FedEx Cup actually was a thing. So it's going to be a very big push for him.
So he's already at 3rd or better, tied 3rd or better. Rasmus Højgaard is sitting at 82nd, needs a T4 at minimum. Koala Karl is 83rd, needs a solo 4th. And you've got... So the current bubble boy is Nikolai Højgaard. Yeah.
So he's 70th, and he's he's 71st.
71st,
sorry. So he's 5 points behind 70th. So he needs a solid week.
Yep.
I don't think he needs a win.
How many points do you get?
I don't know how the points work, but
because they're all graded, aren't they, based on how tricky the field is?
Correct.
And whatnot.
Yeah. But and then Cam Davis is 67th, so he's inside,
right.
but only by like 15 or 20 points.
So probably wants a decent, maybe a top 20 or a top 40.
I think if he makes a cut, I think he's pretty well good.
But obviously, ideally not just trying to coast into the top 70,
No.
but looking at the week after that as well and getting as close to that top 50 mark as you
Correct.
can as well, yeah?
Yeah, exactly right. So Ricky Fowler's inside that top 70 as well. So
Ricky.
he's gone pretty good. And then Jordan Spieth and Xander Schauffele are kind of towards the 70th spot. They're middle, like I would say. I think Xander's like 41st.
Yeah,
but he's
cool.
not playing awesome golf, and Jordan Spieth's 50th or 51st. So
It's bad.
there's a couple of big names that need a couple of good weeks. I don't think any of those big boys are playing this week. They'll be gearing up for the playoffs.
Yep.
But those guys that
Spieth is there. Spieth's playing.
which isn't surprising with where he's at in the trying
So
to
is
make
Ricky.
a push for Ryder Cup. So,
Ricky Fowler, yeah.
but yeah, there's a couple of big names who would be fanging it, trying to get in.
Yeah, cool. Before we kind of jump into the preview, then we've got. Let's just finish up with the reviews. For those that have been following along, we're finally back on the winning wagon. Sure thing with Adam King. We got a couple of wins there. We only got the place for Rambo, so he was actually a T5, and top 5 places actually paid out for that at $2.37 or something. So Live London. Joaquim Neiman got the dub. That was his 5th for the season. Did I hear that right? Like a 40% win rate for the season.
Must be nice.
Yep. Especially when you're getting paid what you did. I did see that there was a comp to Tiger's 2000 season. And I think Joaquin's beaten him on percentages.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know how much you want to put into that, but probably not a great deal. And limited field, shotgun start, 3 rounds. With 50 players in it. But yeah, I think it was a live social kind of push as well. Like,
I did see that Joaquin's actually earned more this year than Scotty has in prize money by like 10 million or something like that.
Jesus Christ. Oh, good on him. How many majors is he top 10 in?
So, one, I
Yeah,
think,
right. For sure.
in 26.
The other little mention I wanted to make was the Scottish Open. Lottie Mode, drop a mode in it, and we were watching her a little bit on the Saturday while the rain was coming down. Got her first win on tour, and she's actually going into the favourite first position for the Women's Open, which starts tomorrow night as well.
Yeah.
Over there in Europe somewhere. I'm not sure
I think
exactly where.
it's over there somewhere, yeah.
It's not Port Rush. It was like Port Mush or Port something funky. I can't remember where it was, but yeah. So that's kind of the reviews. We're happy with that for reviews. Anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, that was
Review-wise?
pretty extensive, mate.
Yeah, we fucking killed that. How good are we? Substitute teachers. We put a video on now and just sit back and
Yeah, we'll watch a couple of movies now, I
might
reckon.
go play some dodgeball. We better do a preview, and then we can kind of kick into relax mode when we get to the back 9. So we do have the Wyndham Championship coming up. This is the last of the kind of regular season.
yeah.
Thank you for the year. Where are we? Have a little yarn about where we're going.
So we are at the Wyndham Championship, which is in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Greensboro.
So it's being played at Geez, that was a mouthful. Sedgefield Country Club. So it's a par 7,100 yards. It's a Donald Ross design. So
7,100 yards.
71.
Par
yeah.
70.
Par 70.
Okay.
So looking at years past, the winning score over the last 5 years has averaged out to almost 19 under.
No. Okay.
So it normally
another
plays
31st.
pretty soft.
Yep.
But
Is that typical for North Carolina?
I would say so.
Yeah. It's a bit of a destination, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But so looking at so it's a Donald Ross design. So it's got narrow fairways and tricky approach shots. So it puts a premium on accuracy. So I don't know if you've got your data golf like Simo does, but
Yeah. I wouldn't know where to start with that.
but
Just
yeah,
golf vibe.
I would be going with the accurate players. So the fairways average out at 29 yards wide. The rough is short at 2.5 inches.
Oh, that's girthy enough still. It'll get the job done.
And the greens are running at 12. So slick enough. But yeah, it's pretty light rough, I would say. Like 2.5 inches isn't, I wouldn't say it's thick like your 6 and 7 inches like you get at a US Open or a PGA and stuff like that.
And you wouldn't expect it to try and make it too hard. Hey, like they want people to score a bit of entertainment, give some
Correct.
people some little bit of what's the word for it? Confidence going into the playoffs and
Yeah.
whatnot as well for those that are hanging around for that.
Yeah.
And for those that are about to bail out, just give them a little nice little pat on the back.
Kiss
Hey,
on the forehead.
Yeah. Oh, look, you shot 15 under. Here's your fucking you're tied 20th. Well done.
Yeah. So Aaron Rye is your defending champion too. So last year he hit
2 gloves awry.
Yeah, he had a couple of drivers off the deck which were pretty sick. So
Fantastic.
yeah,
All right, cool. He's actually, I think he's up there in the betting now. Obviously not super strong field. Obviously most of the top guys are resting before the playoffs. We did mention that before. Matty Fitz, is the betting favourite, paying 21. 2 gloves awry. He's paying $23. We've got Danger Zone Griffin and old Keegan Trains Bradley. They're both paying 26, and then Bobby Mack at 31. A couple of notables as well that are playing. Old Hideki Matsuyama from Japan and Spath. Siwoo's going to be there. Jake Knapp's back as well with his buttery little swing after a T2 or a third place or whatever he got.
third, yeah, I think.
Adam Scott, you mentioned earlier, Cam Young, Ricky Fowler in there as well. We do have a sure thing with Adam Kim. Got a couple punts. Just let me get my video up and running. Sure thing with Adam King, just the two of us here. So we are at the golf place at Sedgefield Country Club for the Wyndham Championship. Sure thing with Adam King. This week we've got 2 bets. We're going to do our top 20 multi early on. I've only got 2 lads in here. We've got, what have I done? Yes, we've got Matty Fitz in there. So he's the betting favourite. We said that. We've got Ben Maverick Griffin. He's coming out of the danger zone. He had last week off. He hasn't had much time off. He's in his home state. So North Carolina must be his home state. He's had 2 top 10s at Sedgefield in the past. So those two together, Matty Fitz and Ben Maverick Griffin, paying $5.28. I ran out of power play, so don't even get to press the power play button, unfortunately. $5.28 for those two to come into the top 20. You mentioned Nikolai Højgaard before, so my second bet is a top 10 for Nikolai. So he's pretty motivated to score pretty well here. Paying $6.50. So he's pretty long off the tee. He's actually in the field. He's going to be the most accurate on approach and one of the strongest putters on tour as well. So his form's been pretty good of late. So he could threaten the tournament course record of 22 under, they reckon. 22 under is the course record. T14 here in his debut in 2023. And then, as we mentioned before, on the cusp of that top 70 to qualify for the playoffs as well. So there's your short thing with Adam King. Hopefully she keeps some momentum going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
See how we go.
That was good, mate.
Thanks, mate. Who do you like? You got your eye on anyone?
Well, now that you mentioned that Nikolai is one of the most accurate approach players and one of the best putters, I think that's a very good
That's pretty
shout.
good value too. Top 10 for 650. Yeah.
I also do like Ben Griffin. I think he'll be putting in a case to be or not to be left off the Ryder Cup. I think if he has a couple more good showings, I don't think you can not take him. So
I'll tell you what, he had a pretty good showing on social media. I did flick that through to the content group chat.
Ryan Gerard sitting in on his press conference.
Sitting in the front row, yeah.
Asking him questions.
Yeah, jump on. I think they put it on was it the PGA Tour?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so worth jumping on there for those that haven't seen it. It's a bit of a laugh there as well. So, get around, have a little bet. Obviously, bet with your head not over it and all those kind of things as well. Sports bet, still waiting for your call. But I could do with a couple of extra power plays or some free bets as well. That'd be great. All right. So I think we fucking nailed the front 9, believe it or not.
If you've gotten this far, shout out to you.
Hell yeah.
We're
We're killing it. We're fucking frothing this. We're about to go to big lunch, all right? So we're going to have a little break. We'll come back after big lunch where we'll be playing some dodgeball. I might put a movie on. What was your favourite school movie?
No idea.
No idea. Yeah, I can't think of anything off my head anyway. Have a think about that while we're having a bit of a breather. And
let us know.
Yeah, we'll come back for the back 9 right after this. The break. Starting now, Reese. Welcome back. We're back. Substitute teachers are fucking floundering. We had a nice big lunch. Went out and kicked the footy around with the cool sporty kids. Had a chalky milk. It was good. Just straight out of the popper, one of those little popper ones was good. But we found our way at the turn. So brought to you by our good friends over there at Crush Organics. I did manage to drop 2 gummies today pre-round. Probably should have had 6 or taken some with me and had a couple more at the turn. But they have been working. They've been calming the nerves a little bit. We do have a code, obviously. So using the code PLP gets you 40% off your order. So jump onto those guys. They help us out. You go help them out and get some good benefit for not just your golf game. Helps with some sleep and sleep patterning as well. We've had a bit of a rough week with some sickness at home. Young fella was up vomiting all over himself on, when was that? Tuesday morning at 3 a.m. So, yeah, that was me scraping vomit out of the carpet. And I dropped a couple of gummies last night to help myself get to sleep and had an absolute steamer of a sleep. It was great.
Yeah, I use the gummies for sleep.
Yeah.
If I have 2, I wake up a bit doughy.
Yeah, okay.
2's too many, but 1's perfect enough to just drop that head noise nicely.
Oh, maybe I'm having too many before golf. I'm just too cruisy. Maybe I need to drop it back to 1.
Yeah, I wake up real doughy. But it's good. Like I won't have a better sleep if I was feeling crook a couple of weeks ago, had 2 gummies with a couple of Codral and I was
nighty night.
Gone.
Yeah, good. That could go one of 2 ways. Hey, you could be up all night having a fat time, or you could be nighty night. Yeah, right. So we're moving to the back 9. We've got a little bit going on here. We might start off. We've got a PLP Cup team preview. Carl and the boys. Carl from Dunbar, big fan of the show. He's been on the show once or twice as well. He sent something through. We're still waiting for a couple others. Hopefully they'll come through before we head off to the PLP Cup, which is only next week.
It is.
We got
it's wild.
Like 9 sleeps, 9 gummy fueled sleeps until we're waking up at Coralbin and having a fat time down there. So you want to have a little read through the preview, Club Carl?
Mate, absolutely. Before I do, I would like to give a shout out to 2 of these team members. So had Putty come in for a lesson, and closely followed behind was Club Carl. So
Carl himself.
Both the boys come in for a bit of a tune-up, and both of them went really well.
Putty, actually, he won his lesson with you last year, didn't he?
He did.
From the Bradman Award, which ended up with a dunny lid on. I've got a sick little photo of that. I might put it up on the socials.
Have to include that, I would say. But yeah, no, they both went really well. So this might be... you might need to look at these guys for your calcutta.
All right, there's some insider info. It's like insider trading. How good?
Yeah, something like that. But Club Carl, a team full of average, ordinary, multi-sport, drunk athletes. With golf not being our foundation sport has led to some very interesting golf swings, shot shapes, and even one bloke who stands on the wrong side of the ball. The lineup as followed. Putty, who hits bombs on the softball diamond, which relates to a very back foot, open face swing. Swing his tits off every time he has a driver in his hands. He hits the ball hard but slices more than a boomerang. Put a putter in his hands and you see him be the most uncomfortable man on the course. We did go over that today, so that should be right. That should be right. Murph is the definition of grip it and rip it. He swings it hard, thinking he is Bryson DeChambeau, but looks more like David Ortiz with a 50-meter slice. Murph has just purchased new Tacoma irons and has helped his game, so use code Murphy10 to get 10% off yips at checkout. Callum is the youngest is always up for a beer or a 6-pack of Jameson at the turn. That mainly reflects his golf game, though. Callum is currently the definition of yips. If he picked up women as much as he picks up on the golf course, he would be Hugh Hefner.
That's good chat.
He brings in a left-hander for the group and is handy on the green. Carl, to round out the team, can hit a ball but is good for a solid slice. This team has more slices than a grade 8 school fate. The green is Carl's kryptonite, can have more putts than a second-hand lawnmower. The team has been known to stick around the clubhouse well after their rounds and delete some beers well into the night. However, we turn up for a 7:30 a.m. tea time the following day. So don't count us out for the scramble on Sunday, even though we will be scrambled ourselves on the Saturday night. Very well done. Very well put together.
Very well written and quite concise, but I think it kind of wraps up exactly who those boys are.
Sums it up perfectly.
We managed to get a couple of skewies in with the lads on Saturday, as I think they had 2 holes to go when the hooter was blown for the very close lightning strike and subsequent deluge of rain that came down afterwards. I think we knocked 2 or 3 skewies off before they decided to double back, head out. We went and played our 9, come back, and the boys were still going pretty strong, weren't they?
Still there. A couple of them having a couple of White wines.
Yeah, there's a couple of vinos getting thrown around. They're quite cultured after their little New Zealand trip, apparently.
Yes.
I don't think one or two of the boys were too happy with the decision after drinking 3 or 4 different other kinds of drinks. But yeah, always good for a laugh. They will tear one on, and they did last year as well. I do remember the boys were in a little bit of strife come Sunday morning, but they showed up. And managed to get through golf also, probably with a few little spewy boys in the bunty, no doubt. Well read, mate. That was good. So we've got 2 or 3 to go. As far as those teams are concerned, I reached out to bus driver Jimmy Chalmers. He's going to put something together for Team Sunley. We need Fasty's group. I think Nicky's going to put something together for theirs as well. And then obviously the PLP Cup boys, or the PLP boys, that's us. So what's that, 4 or 5?
So next week will be heavy.
Yeah. All right. Make sure you get them in if you haven't already. Otherwise, you miss out, and you might miss out on Calcutta as well.
Yeah.
No one will bet for you because we don't know who you are. And that'd be sad. All right, cool. So let's move into that back 9 a little bit heavier now. We've got, we usually talk about the steamer of the week here. You got a steamer of the week that you want to have a little yarn about?
Yeah, so it's not really that much of a steamer, but on that 7th hole in our practice round, I was standing there at Nudgee. So the 7th runs parallel with the 15th on the Kurai, so which is another par 5, and the wind was blowing like real hard through there, and this old fella's standing there about to hit his shot, and his hat blows off his head. So he turns around, he starts waddling off after it. And as he's waddling, he starts getting further and further away from him. So he starts getting into a bit of a jog. And then he puts his putter down and has thrown himself off balance. And he's gone butts straight over. Oh, like it looked.
Cartwheeled himself.
Dead set looked like a sniper got him.
Oh, damn.
And he's like 2 feet away from my ball. And I haven't even flinched at this stage. And I'm just looking at him and I'm like, "You right, mate?" And he's just like, he just laid there for probably 2 or 3 seconds with his eyes closed. And he's like, "Yep. No worries." And then he just hops up, didn't say anything, and just waddles back off. And I'm
Right
like,
in front of you.
yeah, like literally 2 feet away from my golf ball.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So we were playing with 2 guys from the military. So they're actually US guys. So they're up for this, like the war games. So they're on a warship.
Cool.
And yeah, they come running over. "Oh, you guys are all right? Like it's all good?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's all right. He's walking off." But yeah, they were real worried about it. And yeah, after that, I proceeded to schmoof it off into the water, and I was like, "That'll do me, boys." So
Perfect.
see you later.
That's enough. That's enough for this wind. And yeah, I'll come back tomorrow and try and shoot better than 10 under. 10 over, sorry. My steamer of the week, you might have seen it pop up on socials, is old Trumpy caught cheating over there in Scotland. So the footage, pretty raw footage of some guy videoing 2 caddies walking in front of POTUS. And as he gets near a bunker, it looked like he was getting near a pot bunker of some description, kind of flicks a ball back between his, down back behind his leg there. POTUS decides to jump out of the cart, gets his club, addresses the ball, and smushes it off from there. So does that call into, contention, those 26 club championships that he said he's won?
Oh, it does, 100%. But you can kind of do whatever you want when you own the golf course.
Well, you can. He does own that one. That's what he was there playing, wasn't he? I think it was an official opening, but yeah, it's good to get some physical evidence of him being bad at golf.
I think it's like the whole Kim Jong-un 18 hole in ones, and you're not going to turn around and go, "Hey, mate, that's not right," because you could disappear pretty quick.
Yeah, no doubt. I think
so. It was allegedly he cheated.
Allegedly cheated. Yeah, it might have accidentally tripped on a ball that popped up and looked at the same time. There was some footage of him rolling some putts as well on the green. That looked a little average. Looked a lot like me putting, actually. So yeah, not that I could be throwing stones in this fucking glass house I'm sitting in at the moment. So that's my steamer of the week. Reece, you wanted to make mention of Happy Gilmore too. I have seen the whole thing. You've seen half of it, you said?
Yeah, got halfway through Saturday night, and then I was pretty sleepy.
Yeah, don't want to throw too many spoilers out there for people who haven't watched it yet, but I just, like, off the cuff, I was pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting a great deal. I was expecting a fair bit of, kind of wanky, terrible jokes. I'd seen it's like a 3-minute trailer that they put out 2 or 3 months ago, and I thought, well, they've just ruined all the best punts in it and the best puns in it and the cameos in it, but it continued to deliver. I was really hooked. Storyline a little bit dubious, especially towards the end there, but some shocking storylines right at the start. But I think they made up for it with a lot of flashback stuff and a lot of return jokes, and then a shit ton of cameos all the way through it. So I thought it was pretty good. What did you think of the first half?
First half, I said to Jacinta, I was like, I couldn't believe how many guys were actually in it. Like, I know I haven't got into the second part, but that Tour Championship dinner, like, it was the who's who. Like, like Travis Kelce was a waiter and all that kind of stuff. But the one thing that Jacinta mentioned to me, she goes, how much did Callaway pay for all this stuff? Because, like, Callaway is just plastered absolutely everywhere.
Some very distinctive product placement throughout, but I think they needed to pay for all the cameos.
100%. But yeah, it was wild to see how many guys were actually in it, and big dogs like Jack Nicklaus, Lee Trevino, not guys who are in the modern like social media stuff that are doing it for clout. Yeah. But yeah, like those guys, Nick Faldo.
Yeah, I thought that was impressive that they had some of those big old guys in there. To have the bear in there, like that's pretty awesome. And he had the speaking part and threw a bit of yarn, a bit of chat around, and Happy sitting in there with him as well. So tied in pretty well, I think. And it was probably the best way that they could have done a sequel. 30 years after the fact. Storyline's neither here nor there, as I said, but. Especially in this day and age, you kind of just want to have little snaps and little grabs, and that whole movie, the whole 2 hours was absolutely full of it. So, not full of shit, but full of snaps and grabs. I think a lot of kind of social media, TikTok-y kind of stuff.
And I did see something on Facebook. It's like if your brain, and I think that's the way that the whole movie was designed. It was more like we're not sitting there and watching a 2 hour movie. It's whatever it is, 1,000 TikTok like. Bang, bang, you're going here, you're going there, bloody, it's not to hold your concentration and engage you for 2 hours. It's 15 seconds here. 5 minutes.
And you can pick it up. Like you'll pick it up at halfway through and then just carry on. Yeah. And I'm really keen, believe it or not, to go back and watch it again because I think there'll be things and people and jokes and bits and pieces that I missed out on. And probably more so because I was talking through a lot of it, saying, "Oh, that's that guy. That's Paige Sporadic.
Me too.
Who's Paige?" And like talking to my wife and my son about it, who this person was, who that person was as well, without pausing it. So definitely want to go back through it and watch it again.
Absolutely.
Cool. You got a Bunty Hunter of the week?
Yeah, Bunty Hunter. I'm going to award it to myself on the 6th hole at Nudgee. So it's a little short par 3, and so water right of the green. Get up there and block it just to the right and hits the slope and rolls on down. So get up there, and it's up in the hazard, like it's sitting there, and I'm asking, I'm like, okay, am I dropping it here? Am I dropping it there? And Eavesy comes over and he's like, no, mate, take your duds off. And I'm like, what? He's like, come on, mate, take your duds off. And at this stage, I was already like 7 or 8 over par, so I wasn't real chirpy. And I'm like, not a chance, mate. And he's like, come on, mate, you can do it. I'm like, no. I'm like, where do you want me to drop it? And he's like, come on. So I'm like, oh, righto then. So I just threw my clubs over to the side, grabbed my 60, walk in there, back foot this thing, hit it over the green, chip it up, and then make double in the end. But I got it up.
It was a working man's double.
Yeah. And he's like, good to see the peer pressure still works on you.
He talked you into it, right?
He talked me into it. And it probably was the play, but at that stage I had my new FootJoy boots on, so I was like, I don't want to get these all muddy. No. So I didn't really take the time to hit it. I just kind of schmoofed it out and then hit it back over. I actually hit a pretty good third shot and just tried to use a bit of the slope because this green is really, really slopey and you could use it, and I just didn't get it quite high enough. It could probably rolled back to 4 or 5 feet and then just didn't hold the putt. So, but then eagled the next. So I played those 2 holes even par, so it was okay. It was all worth it in the end.
Never a doubt. How good.
What's your Bunty, mate?
Bunty Hunter of the week. I was playing with Riley Moy today. And he was hitting them okay. We weren't awesome at golf today, and there's a fair bit of wind around. We get up onto the 16th, and he has an iron in hand, driving iron, and I pull out Big Dog, and he's like, yeah, no, you're probably right. It is Big Dog, isn't it? I said, yeah, into the wind. It was blowing probably 40 clicks, I think. Well, it felt like 40. And he fronts up and has been hitting a tight little baby fade all day. Proceeds to aim down the right-hand side. Must have got a little bit out of the toe and turns into this raging hook. And this thing, I thought, oh, no, it'll pull up before the big tree down there on the corner anyway. It did not. It entered the fucking thing at a rate of knots halfway up and disappeared. We're like, oh, fuck, that's bone, mate. And he goes, yeah, like, So I was like, look, I'll show you how to do it, and proceeded to do exactly the same thing. Didn't get mine quite as well, so mine landed before the tree and then kind of rolled up into the bunt a little bit. I go zooting down there, and he's actually bounced back into the fairway a little bit. Still a little blocked out from the tree there, though. So he was just on the right-hand side of the marker, the 150, although the 100 marker in, but maybe 30 metres behind it. Didn't have an aerial view at it. I've played my shot first because I was further left than he was. And then drive the cart out to kind of sit around to see how he goes. And he hits this little 9-iron knockdown, tight little baby draw, lands half a foot on top of the hill, rolls out to a yellow flag about 6 foot, rolls in the birdie putt. Absolute mint. Best shot of the day. First birdie for our group. There was only the two of us playing. First birdie for the group. So we're yahooing and carrying. Well, he wasn't. He's a pretty humble kind of guy. I was yahooing because we didn't have much else to yahoo about at that point. So I was pumping him up, saying, that was fucking sick, mate. That was frothing awesome. And then I think I might have two. Oh, no, I did two putt that one. I didn't three putt that one for a bogey. I think I got myself up and downish. So, yeah, big shout out to Rolly Mui. That's probably one of the best bunty hunters I've seen for a little while. To end up with a tidy little birdie as well, yeah. And the first birdie for the day for us. So, yeah, big shout out to him. All right, we're happy with that for bunty hunter of the week, I think. We better make mention. I know our resident rugby league kind of big fans aren't here.
The contingent is not here.
No. Rowie will be pretty upset if we don't make mention of Rowie's rugby league because we all know how much he loves his rugby league. So we've got a couple of little things to run over there, and we'll have a little yarn off the back of that, and that might wind us up for the day. What do you reckon?
Sounds good to me, mate. Well, I think we've done pretty good.
I reckon we've done
pretty
right.
well.
I'll just keep looking at the clock, making sure I'm stretching this out long enough. But might have a few topics of conversation that we can just have some happy yarns at the end. So how'd you go with your footy tipping this week, mate?
I only know because you told me just before that I got 5. So I think I'm sitting one back or one or two back. From
So you
the
just slip one back. So you're on 104. The Irk and NB Sports Fan both got 6, so they're on 105. So they're tied for first, but NB Sports Fans got him on points differential there. I think there was a couple of rough games in there, weren't there?
There was a couple.
Broncos went down to the Eels, I think.
The Broncos went down. There was another.
The Storm and
Manly. Manly, wasn't it?
Manly got pumped by my doggies.
Oh, did that? Oh, that's right.
Sharks, was it?
No. See, this is why we shouldn't talk about NRL.
Yeah, all right. So some dudes won, others lost, and people were upset by the whole thing. I got 6, so that's pretty good.
Storm was the Roosters, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and they did pump them, didn't they?
Well, there was a bit of a call that was a bit controversial.
Oh, that's right, the controversial call. Yeah, that I just flicked over in Fox Sports News at some point. So you at 3, Ingoldsby Raiders, he got 6, so he's snuck up. Actually, he's tied with you now, as is Clifton Butch. So they're both on 104 as well. So there's a 3-way tie for third. There's Toit. Marty, the something or other, he got 6 as well. He's on 101. I got 6 as well. I'm on 101. So I'm up into 7th place. Fuck yeah. Awesome.
Good on you.
Thanks, mate. Sim Wu, Kaikuya Kings, he only got 4 right, so he must have forgot to put tips in until it was too late, or just backed his bonkers like everyone else did. He's sitting back, just 1 point back on 100 there. Tommy B, boys from, where's Reese? Oh, he's down the bottom there, underneath Pez. We're 6 points behind Pez. That might be a little bottom of the table, little battle that we can keep an eye on for the next 6 rounds.
Spoon bowl.
Fasty's probably, well, we know crime scenes, he's given up. Hopefully he's still with us. Hopefully he's still with us, yeah. But yeah, he's kind of dragging, so he's on, he didn't put any bets in there. But Fasty's probably second with Reese. Ooh, they're both on 90 points there, and then Pez on 96 with a couple of other blokes. So that's that one. What's the other thing that we do? Supercoach. Oh, that's right.
How'd you go this week, mate?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. I think I did got the second best score, actually, and that was with Selwyn Cobbo, who apparently isn't playing rugby league anniore.
Not for the Broncos,
Not for the Broncos. So I got 1,262 points, which honestly didn't move me one iota. I'm still in 18th place, believe it or not. Magic Minis, you got 934 points.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
Not too bad. I think I had like 2 or 3 did not play, so it's not too bad for... Yeah. That was in my starting side as well, so...
Shit.
Yeah, it was not a bad week with those. So,
right. So you didn't do the team list review in the lead up to? See
no,
the ins
I
and
never
outs?
do.
No, me either. Kaikuya Kings, he had a Barry. Old Simwu, he had 705 points. I'm not sure what happened there. Club Carl had less than that. He's right down the bottom. Old Whitey, fucking snapper. He's down there on 630 points. It's only a couple thousand points behind everyone else. Let's sloop. Yeah, we're going to sloop our way up the top. Schmag. Reese's Reptiles here, 861 points. It's not awesome. Not terrible either. He's sitting in 10th at the moment. Dogs of War. Wong team, right time. I'm going up instead of down. We usually go down. Mine Bergkamp, 1,100 points. He's sitting in 6th. Cat Paragon in 4th. Better than Lego in 3rd. Canberra Killers in 2nd. And Stewie still leading.
Still killing it.
Yeah, 500 points ahead of Canberra Killers. So, yeah.
It's only like 5 or 6 rounds to go, too.
Yeah, something like that. Who knows? Who really cares?
It's 5 rounds.
5?
5 to go.
Right.
And
My
then
Bulldog,
finals.
Bulldogs found some form, so
Luckily.
we're fucking pumping, ready to go.
Lucky Galvin.
Jesus Christ. I decided not to name my lab putter after Galvin. Just because I looked at him and he's a fucking, funny looking
He
human.
looks 15 years old.
Yeah, and that haircut, I just can't get around it.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yes, that's it. That's it. I knew there was that's that haircut. Right, so that's Rowley's Rugby League. Thanks for sticking your way through that. I didn't really give a shit about Rowley's Rugby League. I don't know what's going on here. All these lights have turned off.
We
Is
should be
that
right.
supposed to happen?
It's still recording there.
Is it? Right, fucking hell. You got anything else you want to have a yarn about? There's a couple of things I wanted to have a little mention of. Heard today Adam Scott's coming down under. Did you see that?
He's confirmed, yeah.
Yeah, so he's confirmed for Royal Queensland, the Oz PGA, and down to Royal Melbourne as well. Versus head-to-head against Rory McIlroy at the Australian Open.
Apparently there's some big names to still confirm too. So we had a PGA meeting. They didn't tell us anything about who is, but there's 5 or 6 guys who are going to be announced in the next little bit. So
On top of Adam Scott?
I think he
Including?
must have been one of.
Yep.
The PGA doesn't have anything to do with like the Oz Open and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Because that's all Golf Australia, and yeah, so there's some big names to probably keep your eye out for. I would say,
Fuck yeah, that's going to be good.
bit of hype around it, hopefully. So
Yeah, I reckon we make the effort to get down to RQ this year. We didn't go last year, did we?
no,
Half it got rained out anyway, I
it
believe.
did, yeah. I think when we were actually looking at going, I think there's a few guys that had party hole tickets and got absolutely shit on with rain. So
Yeah.
hopefully that doesn't happen this year.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the long range forecast before we buy party hole tickets. then.
Yes,
Yeah.
we should do that.
Cool. Well, that's pretty good.
And you've got softball this weekend.
Yeah, softball weekend. So we got Masters tournament. So we head down, staying at Sunley's place, and all the boys kind of kick around there. We do a big campfire on Friday night and get fucking vishmickered, and then try and push our hangovers deep down into our souls so that we can play 2 or 3 games on Saturday. And then
good prep for the weekend after.
well, that's it. I was kind of after those couple of beers, I got a little bit cheery on Saturday with the boys in the clubhouse, and then a couple of rumbos, and then when I got home, Reese come home with me, and we had a couple of powers while I was waiting for his missus to come, and then when he left, I poured myself a couple of rumbos as well. So yeah, I've had a couple of boozy weekends in prep for Masters because it's always a piss fest. Sitting around the campfire drinking port while we're doing karaoke kind of stuff. All the old boys, pretending we can still play softball as well, and then get a bit excited on the piss. So that'll be a bit of fun, and then give the liver 4 or 5 days to recover before we back it up and do it again at Coralbin.
Yeah, look out. Getting keen.
Getting keen. How's your weekend looking? What's on?
Busy, mate. Like this week I'm trying to cram everything into this week to try and give myself a bit of time to prep myself for next weekend. So yeah, I've got a few lessons through Saturday, and then I think Jacinta's working. We've just got a heap of housework to do. We've got an inspection coming up. So
So some domestic duties.
Domestic duties is the word for it. Yeah.
Gross. I was out there spraying my winter grass weeds this afternoon. I had a little window in time where Jimmy wasn't at training because he's been sick, and Evie's been away on camp. And we usually go and hit some softballs, but it was blowing 45 clicks. So I thought, I'll make the most of this and go out and do some duties. And got the gurney out, did some proper dad duties. Which
Very domesticated.
Don't get a chance to do when I'm playing golf as much as I do at the moment. So tick the box there, and then help the boss get some dinner ready. So I'm going to duck home after this, have a nice little feed, and then have a little sleepy boy, and then head down
tomorrow.
Head down bright and early on Friday morning for first game of Masters. So looking forward to it.
Good luck for your softball, mate.
Thanks, mate. It's always
Reese's
been
heading
fun.
down with you.
Yep. Yeah, we'll carpool our way down there, and a couple of friends of the show will be down there as well. Sunley and bus driver Jimmy, we made mention of before. He's going to be down and around, and a couple other lads that we played pan packs with as well. So it should be a nice little reunion, nice little bit of fun. Nothing too hectic. Masters softball's pretty casual, especially this is Queensland Masters, so it's not a big deal. And I think we're playing Div 4 or something. So
Pretty cruisy.
yeah, it's pretty cruisy until we get to finals day, and then we'll switch it on and hopefully come home with a gold medal.
Look out.
And if we don't, that's all right. All right, well, we'll drag that out, all right?
Yeah, no, that was good.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with that as well.
Shout out to all of our listeners for trying to get through this with us.
Yeah, it's always tough with just two. We get some pretty decent banter, you and I, going on, and I know that Reese says even with good banter, sometimes two-man shows are really, really tricky show.
Yeah.
Just to kind of keep it flowing and keep it going. So I don't know if I'll even listen back to this one. I've listened to 76 episodes or 75. This is number 76. I'm not sure if I'll get back and listen to this one, but I might have to just to do the socials and the videos and whatnot and flick through it. We might listen to it on the way down to Redcliffe on Friday.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, right. I'm just dragging it out an extra 35 seconds here as well. So substitute teachers, I think we did all right.
We've done pretty well, mate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the principal will give us a call next time that someone calls in sick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Might look at a contract for next year too. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows? No broken noses on the
No paperwork.
dodgeball court, so we did all right. And we got a free chocolate milk out of it as well.
Done pretty well.
Right, fucking oath, we killed it. All right, that'll do us, I reckon. So what's the fucking tagline?
If you can't get out of it, get into it, and don't put sugar in your coffee.